Hello, everyone, and good day. Welcome to this new edition or continuation of the discussion of JumpStart, a goal setting workshop for you Filipino professionals, courtesy of the Precious Coach. So, for today, we're just going to continue the workshop and we are now going to focus on goal setting that is focused on emotional, mental, as well as relational health. So, for the past few months, if not for the past few years, your mental health concepts or the context of mental health had become a part of mainstream discussion. It is more than just the social media awareness, not just more than the suicide. It's all about the ability of an individual to maintain that high level of wellness that is no longer focused on physical peak, but more than that, also focusing on our social capacity and our mental well-being. So, before we could move further and understand mental health, its connection with relationships, and how emotions and other factors will put a play when it comes to your goal setting, let me just introduce myself. So yours truly is Alan Gellangala. I am a nurse here in the Philippines, together as well in the United States. I have been involved in clinical training as well as developmental consultancy for quite some time, a certified life coach here in the Philippines as well as that in abroad, and a mental health specialist focusing on your adolescent mental health, including adult mental health, as well as that of addiction counseling and depression prevention. Yours truly is also a head of multiple NCLEX programs here in the Philippines, and for the past 15 years I've been involved when it comes to self-help, peer counseling, as well as empowerment of individuals. As a nurse, I have been practicing for the past 10 years and have been involved in nursing education, research, as well as that of policy making. Yours truly had been blessed to have led multiple programs in the government, together with that of the private sector, as well as some NGOs, focusing on the empowerment of people with disabilities, people with epilepsy, and of course, the closest thing to my heart, mental health care. Now, enough about me and more about your learning. What is it that makes mental health tick? Is it just an issue? Is it just something that is on a mainstream discussion? Or is it bigger than that? That's the thing that we're going to discuss here. Apart from the concept of how goal setting should be in a way of relationship, emotions, as well as mental health, it all boils down to your capacity to be resilient, to be capable, and to be mentally healthy up here. Continuing on, the following objectives of the course includes defining what is it that makes you mentally healthy and how can it affect the overall capacity of any individual in the creation of decisions and goal setting in particular. Would you agree that if you think negatively, there's a positive chance that it's not going to be good, right? Or let me just rephrase it. Begin to think that something is doomed. Would there be a possibility that it would succeed? The old adage says, whatever it is you think about, that's what you reach. That's why we need to understand, how does your level of mental health affect the overall decision making that you're doing? And in turn, would lead to an effective or a destructive goal-setting behavior. Moving forward with that, we're also going to understand the emotions. How does it impact mental health? And how does emotions play its part when it comes to our overall capacity to move forward in life? How is it relating to mental health in a way that it becomes a significant factor in your goal planning as well as in your goal setting? Following that, we're also going to classify challenges again now on the behavior. So beginning from the capacity to think, our overall outlook in life, to the way we feel, and now on how we behave. How does those stuff affect your relationship? Not just to the direct person that you're working with, not just on a family member, but more than that. How does it govern your overall humanity? And in relation again to goal setting, how does it affect your overall capacity to reach your goals and to be at the correct road in maintaining it? And speaking of road, the last one is that we're going to construct and be aware of methods in identifying priorities and quantifying the impact of any goal setting that we have created in order for us to build a significant amount of effort, conviction, motivation in order for us to follow a roadmap that would be sustainable not just for the maintenance of their relationship, but also for the purpose of having a healthy well-being. Last one, healthy well-being, sustainable behavior. That's actually one of the things that we're going to emphasize. It's not just using positivity. It's not just reaching a positive thought. It's not just creating a roadmap. It's sustaining the behavior, the qualities that you need in order for you to really actualize, to build that level of resiliency, to fulfill whatever goal that you're going to give for your mental health, for your emotions, as well as that for your relationships. Now, in order for us to know deeper what is within this course, let's try to place it on questions. The first question is, of course, what is mental health and why is it a timely and important topic that we are continually talking to about right now? In this course, we are going to delve deeper on what mental health is. Is it just sadness? Is it just happiness? Is it just something of feeling fulfilled? Or is it something more? How does it affect the humanity that is in you? Second, of course, is how does the emotions and the level of mental health affect that overall goal setting that you yourself are going to create? Very, very challenging thought, right? Will there be a possibility that even if you are a positive individual, there won't be resiliency just because the emotions becomes uncontrollable? Questions such as that would also be inside our course. Finally, there would be the impact of the goal setting in a relationship. We have always seen relationship as a partnership. But how do we see your partner? How do we see those people inside that relationship that we have? And how our relationships become governed of how we treat them, the emotions that we're showing, and our overall view of self and wellness, courtesy of proper and healthy mental outlook. And of course, we're going to look at your roadmap. Establish what we were able to learn in order for you to stabilize those emotions, maintain that maturity and growth in the relationship, and of course, reach the pinnacle of give and take. The main concept wherein why we are here. As human beings, we are social beings. And on top of that, our success, our growth is not just for us, it's also for those who become part of our lives. Excited? Let's begin.